lovely soul! I have the most scrumptious and highly requested crochet pattern for you today. This is Valdeon by Janica Carter, and it's the crochet version of our beloved Lampy pattern. This gorgeous work of art can be a shawl, a cape, or a skirt depending on how you wear it. This beautiful design is so unique because it's made up of wedges using just simple crochet stitches. So even if you've only made a few projects before, I recommend that you give this one a try because it's fairly straightforward and pretty simple to make. And between the wedges, you can see we have these beautiful mosaic bands. They're made up of multiple colors and crochet spike stitches. So not only are the mosaic bands super gorgeous, but they help to blend the colors, creating this really beautiful gradient across the piece. In addition to the beautiful color changes, another thing that I really love about this pattern is that it's super easy to adjust the length and the width. So if you want to adjust the length, you're just going to start with a longer row to begin with. And then if you want to adjust the width, you're just going to continue to work those wedges and the mosaic sections until you love the size. And if you are turning this into a skirt, you're probably going to want to add some wedges. Just keep in mind that you'll probably need some more yarn for that. And for some sweet finishing touches, you're going to add this beautiful mosaic border along the bottom. It really helps to blend all the colors together. And then I really love these beautiful ties that you can add if you're turning this into a skirt or a cape. And of course, you can pop on these gorgeous multicolored tassels for that perfect finishing touch. To make this pattern, we used our lovely Moongleam Fingering yarn. It's a gorgeous 4-color gradient of beautiful smoky lavender tones. Moongleam Fingering is a unique blend of cotton and silk, so it's super soft. It has an almost velvety feel to it, and the silk gives it a beautiful, sumptuous shine. It also breathes really nicely, so it's a nice cooling yarn. You're welcome to download the pattern and get the yarn at expressionfiberarts.com. And while you're there, be sure to sign up for email and text update for weekly free knit and crochet patterns. And of course, you can go ahead and download the Lampy pattern as well if you like to knit. So let's learn how to make this beautiful design today. And if you would like to join me, just grab a hook and some yarn. And we're gonna make a small version today so that you are all set to make the real deal. We're gonna go ahead and start with the first wedge. We're gonna begin with some foundation single crochets, and I'm gonna work 10. So go ahead and chain 2, 1, 2, and then insert your hook into the first chain that you worked, and you're gonna pull up a loop. Now we're gonna create our first chain with the yarn over, pull through 1, so that's a chain, and then create our first single crochet with the yarn over, pull through 2. Now to work all of the rest of them, go ahead and insert your hook under both legs of that little chain you just created, pull up a loop, and we're gonna create our second chain with the yarn over, pull through 1. So there's our second chain. And then create our second single crochet with the yarn over, pull through 2. And you're just going to continue doing that. Insert your hook under both legs of the most recent chain you just made, pull up a loop, create a chain by pulling through 1, create a single crochet by pulling through 2. So continue on in that manner, chain, single crochet. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. And you'll have a lot more, of course, for the actual piece. Chain, single crochet, that's 5. And for my final one, chain and single crochet. And there you go. For row 2, we're going to turn and we're going to start with the chain 1, and we're going to work a single crochet into those first 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and you're going to leave all of the remaining stitches unworked. For row 3, we're going to turn and start with a chain 1, and you're going to skip this very first single crochet, and we're going to work a single crochet into each of those remaining 4 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, and 4. For row 4, we're going to start with a chain 1 and turn, and we're going to work a single crochet into those first few stitches. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then here's this one that sort of looks like it's laying down. We're going to go ahead and single crochet into the side of that one. So that's 5. And then you're going to continue down your row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then you're going to leave all the remaining stitches, and you'll have quite a few more left unworked. You're going to repeat rows 3 and 4 as mentioned in the pattern, and then let's go ahead and work row 41. For row 41, we're going to chain 1 and turn, and you're just going to work a single crochet into each stitch all the way down. and you will have quite a few more stitches, of course. So a nice easy row. The only thing that you need to remember is when you get to the end of this row, we are going to switch to color B. So continue with your single crochets. And this is just going to create a little bit of a cleaner look. So start your single crochet in that final stitch, but don't finish it with this color. You're going to go ahead and pick up your next color and just pull it through so you're all set for the next row. So here's what we have so far, and you can see we're already getting the little wedge shape going. Now we're going to work those beautiful mosaic bands. For row 1 of the mosaic section, we're going to go ahead and chain 1 and turn, and we're going to work a single crochet into each stitch across. So another nice and easy row. And this is going to be really fun because this is the section where we start to do those beautiful spike stitches and we start blending our colors, and the excitement really cranks up. And there you go. For row 2, we're going to chain 1 and turn, and this is going to be the same as the previous row. You're just going to work a single crochet into each stitch all the way down your row. The only difference here is that we're going to be switching back to that first color. So when you get to the final stitch, just like we did before, you're going to start the final single crochet, but then you'll drop this color, pick up color A, and go ahead and finish that row with that color. For row 3, we're going to start with a chain 1 and turn, and you'll begin with a single crochet into the first stitch. Now we're going to work a spike stitch. So to work a spike stitch, jump to the next stitch, and we're going to count down to 3 rows below, so right here. So you're going to go ahead and yarn over and insert your hook into that stitch 3 rows down and pull up a long loop. Boop, boop. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And there you go, super beautiful. That's going to help to blend those colors. It looks really cool. So then you'll skip this stitch that you sort of worked over, skip that one, into the next stitch, work a single crochet. And we're going to continue repeating that down. So we'll do a spike stitch in the next one, yarn over, and you want to jump down. Here's your stitch, so boop, boop, boop. So 3 rows down, pull up a long loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Then we'll skip the stitch that you sort of jumped over, and we're going to single crochet into the next stitch, work another spike stitch. So here's our stitch, 1, 2, 3. Pull up a long loop, give it a little tug, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, skip this stitch, single crochet in the next, and you just repeat that all the way down. And then when you get to the end, finish with a single crochet and another single crochet. You can see how these look on the front as well as on the back. They're basically reversible. For row 4, we're going to start with a chain 1 and turn, and another super easy row. I told you this pattern was pretty simple. You're just going to work a single crochet into each stitch all the way down. So you work it into each single crochet and into each spike stitch. And then when you get down to the end, just like we've been doing, you're going to go ahead and start that final stitch, but then drop that color, pick up your other color, and finish that stitch with your other color. For row 5, we're going to start with a chain 1 and turn, and we are going to work a single crochet into the first 2 stitches, boop, boop, and then we're going to do some more spike stitches. So yarn over, just like we were doing before, and you're going to work 3 rows down. So boop, boop, and boop. Go ahead and insert your hook and pull up a long loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Skip the stitch you sort of covered up, single crochet into the next, and then spike stitch, yarn over, 1, 2, 3 rows down, pull up a long loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, single crochet into the next stitch, and continue repeating that all the way down your row. So essentially on this row, your spike stitches are staggered from the spike stitches that we worked before. Single crochet, spike stitch, boop, 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 pull through 2, and then finish off with a single crochet. So you can see our spike stitches here are staggered and they're in the opposite color. So it just looks so beautiful, and it looks just as pretty on the back. And you're gonna repeat rows 2 through 5 3 more times, and now we're gonna work row 18. Row 18, super simple, chain 1 and turn, and you just work a single crochet into each stitch across. Nice and easy. So this whole beautiful pattern is made up of just these very simple stitches. Even if you've never worked that spike stitch before, you'll have it memorized after a couple of times. And there you go. Here's what we have. This is our wedge section, and yours will be much more pronounced on the actual real deal, of course. And then the lovely little mosaic section with all these beautiful little spike stitches and the multiple colors. It looks super lovely on the front and just as lovely on the back. And there you have it. You're gonna continue on in a similar manner with all the subsequent rows. And before you know it, you're gonna have a beautiful, scrumptious crochet shawl or skirt or cape, whatever you decide to turn it into. And I hope this beautiful design reminds you that fresh, lovely adventures are headed your way. Take care now, my friend, and I will see you next week with another lovely design. Bye!